Hey guys, this is Riley. I'm doing this commentary for my Twisted Fate guide on lolking.net, and it's going to show how you play against Ziggs in the mid lane. I'm using the same runes and masteries that I have in the guide. I'm going to fast forward till the game starts, then I'll show you how you can beat most Ziggs players. The only way you should really lose to him is if you're like taking all of his Qs. But you have move speed quints and a few move speed for masteries, so you should be fine. I red carded the caster creeps right away because I want to push him. If I'm pushing really hard, then he has to use his Q on creeps, which means he won't do damage to me. The thing people forget about Ziggs is that he has like horrible mana costs, so he's really not that good until he gets the themes. And with Twisted Fate you can get mana back from your blue card, so it's actually very easy to punish Ziggs early. So you see I'm trying to use my Q and W whenever they're off cooldown. Once I got under like half mana, I started using blue card instead of red, because mana will allow me to keep pushing. I'm not too scared of ganks because Ziggs doesn't have very good CC for following up on ganks. If I was against like an Ahri or a Lux, then it would be scarier. And then I also know that Udyr's not the best ganker against me, so I don't have to worry as much as if I was against like Lee Sin or Elise. So I'm just gonna keep pushing. He's not gonna be able to do anything because he's gonna run out of mana soon. This is really good because Twisted Fate's a really good late game hero, so if you can get a farm lane, you're usually happy with it. And you actually get more gold out of a farm lane than they do because your passive gives you bonus gold for each creep. So right now I'm just pushing until I get level 6, then maybe I can make a play somewhere. Ziggs has stayed in the lane so far just because he gets mana when he levels up, but soon enough I'll beat him. And he hasn't really landed enough Qs to kill me. Then if you get good at farming with Twisted Fate's auto attack, that's something you can do to become better at him. I just missed a CS for no reason, so I don't know why I'm talking. But yeah, this is pretty boring. This lane really just comes down to out pushing him. It's not as exciting as an assassin lane, but it's really good if you're the Twisted Fate player because a farm's Twisted Fate is really good late game. Right now he's still even with me, but you can see he's getting really low on mana. He only has enough mana for one spell right now, so he can't really trade with me, and I know that. And I'm out of mana too, so I'm gonna just start using blue cards until I'm comfortable. I lost that trade because I didn't touch his skills, but he used all his mana, so I'll be fine. And I know he's pretty useless without mana, so I'm just gonna keep the pressure up. And I have flash up also, so I don't have to worry about ganks. With my move speed and my flash, I'm completely safe. So right now I'm just gonna keep farming and pressuring mid, and soon the game gets more interesting. I just got his flash with that combo, and I know he doesn't have barriers, so I might kill him soon. Right there I took, like, it was bad of me to take damage, but it's completely okay because he had to go back anyways. I'm gonna push this so he loses creeps to tower, then I'm gonna get my recall off. And I'll end up being ahead for it. I didn't have enough mana to help with whatever went on top, but after I recall I should be better off. This game I had enough gold for a large rod when I went back, so I went for that. The reason I like that is because it lets me like instantly clear waves, and I can use that pushing power to let me roam more. Rushing Lich Fiend's better for like single target damage, but in this game I wanted to have better wave clear. So I have ult up right now. I'm just gonna try to push mid so I'm able to leave lane anytime something happens. Bottom lane is some champions that are kind of good at escaping ganks, but they're squishy, and I have a Thresh who can follow up my stun with his hook. So if they overextend, I can kill them pretty easily. Top lane is kind of hard to kill because of Vlad's pool, but Trent has a lot of damage, so that's helpful. Right here I see Tryndamere getting ganked, and I know we can beat them 2v2, so I ult in. Vlad pulls right away, that was a mistake. He would ideally want to pull after I throw my card and use it to dodge, but he didn't. There with my move speed, quints, and flash, I'm able to chase him down. That's why I think move speed quints are very important on Twisted Fate, just to make sure you get your stuns off. There we pick up another kill. So right there is a pretty good demonstration of how Twisted Fate's ult can change a game. Even though like his E's not as strong as it used to be, he's still a really strong champ because of his global pressure. So now I'm fed, I don't even know what I'm gonna buy. At this point it doesn't matter because Trynd is gonna do so much damage with his lead. I could just build CDR right now if I wanted, but it looks like I'm gonna build towards death cap just so I have really easy wave clear. So now I'm gonna go back to just pushing mid and hoping that I'll be free to roam when I need to. Something happens bot, I decided to go down just in case something happens. I wasn't really able to do much about that because they died before I got there. So now I'm just gonna try to push out the wave so Caitlyn can't recall for free. I can't really dive Caitlyn because Ziggs is there, so I just pushed. What's good about that is that Caitlyn, instead of being able to push then recall, she had to stay in lane. She's gonna end up missing creeps when these two creep waves collide right here. And I got all the creeps that my bot lane was missing while they were dead. So that's just an example of how having mid pushed out is good, because I was able to roam without losing my tower or anything. And there's the power of having a large rod. I just instant cleared that wave with Q and my red card. Right here I see this happening top and I have ultimate. I'm not sure if I want to ult because he's already so low. So I'm just walking up for now. I see he got away safely, so I think I'm just gonna... I end up recalling because this wave's already pushed out. And I probably have enough gold for death cap. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna buy that death cap right now, just so I have a lot of pushing power. I wasn't able to make it to this fight bot because I was in base. Luckily they didn't need me. So I'm gonna go back to pressuring mid just by spamming Q. There you see my Q one-shots caster creeps, which is really good. Because now Ziggs doesn't get to harass me because he has to use all his spells to wave clear in return. I see bot overextending, so I go for an ult after I push the wave out. And then I'm gonna use my blue card to kill this tower. One of TF's really good strengths is that you can blue card towers to do a lot of damage to the tower and get mana back. So you're a very scary pusher. This champion's amazing at snowballing games if he's ahead, but he's also useful when he's behind just because the stun is like 2 seconds long at max level. So now I'm gonna go back to mid. I was able to get sorcerer shoes this game because there weren't any crazy CCs. If I was against like Kassadin Silence or like Mumu stuns, then I would have to get Merc Shreds, which cuts my damage, but this game they're pretty low pressure, which makes it really easy for me to do damage on Twisted Fate. Against like a dive heavy team, you would have seen me rush more defensive items. Twisted Fate's also pretty good at taking objectives like Dragon or Baron because his W and Q have really short cooldowns. And he can spam them because his blue card is giving him mana back. So now I have my level 2 boots and I have move sequence, so I know I can catch these people. We end up getting the kill on Ziggs. And maybe Karma too. I'm gonna keep going because I run really fast. I can maybe get a catch. Yeah, my FPS is horrible right now, but I'm just throwing cards and people are dying. That's pretty much what happens when Twisted Fate gets ahead. So now we're just gonna try to keep pushing until the game ends. If someone tries to defend a tower alone, then I can stun them and they'll die. Their Ziggs wave clear is pretty annoying, but eventually I'm gonna poke these turrets down. I think I'm gonna go for Gunblade this game so I can like tank turret shots and then heal back and then get my health back from my 12 amp. And that will just help me pushing towers like this. So now I'm sort of hoping my tanks will dive them or something, but since we have a Tryndamere, we're deciding to let him split push. Since he's ahead, we know Vlad can't stop him, so all we have to do is keep pressure on mid. That way if they all gank top, we can take a tower here. Then we'll just wait for Trynd to do his magic. There he blew Vlad's spool, so he'll probably be able to kill him. So yeah, Tryndamere is really strong. We just have to use his strength to our advantage. He ended up dying there, but that's okay because we're still winning the 4-on-4 in mid. It's just really hard to take towers against Ziggs. If we didn't have a Tryndamere, then I would be the one split pushing because I'm good at pushing towers. And my stun's really good for one-on-ones, but since we have a Tryndamere, we're letting him do it. And I'm just staying mid wave clearing. So now we just have to close this game out. I end up going Void Staff. I don't really know why. Lichbane would have been better, but I think I just had enough money for a Void Staff, so I went for it. The good news is that this build's good for like AoE damage. If I land a W and Q in their team with this build, it will hurt them all a lot. Where like stuff like Lichbane or DFG is better for single target. I have to blue card there because I'm low on mana. I might end up getting Athenes just so I don't have that problem later. Athenes or Morellas are good just so you can get off more stuns instead of worrying about if you need to blue card or not. Then I got lucky, I hit her right before she recalled. Then I'm just getting as much damage on the tower as I can. I would kill towers faster with Lichbane too, so I probably should have got that. Or at least bought the Sheen. So I'm just pushing. We really need Tryndamere to pressure the map, because he hasn't won a group. And I'm gonna try to fast forward a lot more because this game's game boring. There, we shouldn't have been fighting without having at least Lucian there, but at least Tryndamere's pushing. It would have been a better play if we stayed alive while he was pushing, but we still won the trade in the end. So I already demonstrated how to beat Ziggs in lane. Now it's just like closing a game where we're very far ahead. I went for the Revolver and Chalice just for sustain so I can like push endlessly and not have to recall. In a closer game I would need Lichbane. I would want Lichbane and Zhonya's just so I do my fair share of damage in fights. So there we get the inhib. He dies but it's worth it. And now we get to try to pressure mid and Baron while that inhib is down. There I catch a Ziggs. He almost kills me, but luckily the magic resist from Chalice is enough to save me. So now we're gonna try Baron. I'm gonna be really careful not to take damage from it. Now I'm gonna try to poke as much as I can without dying. I'm gonna sneak Q's in and maybe a gold card, but really this isn't the fight I can carry. So now we'll attempt Baron again. I was able to stun Udyr there because I didn't really think he would flash on me. Now I get more reckless. I'm putting myself in danger. But I got the stun. I was able to get a stun off while Karma's Q was on cooldown. And it got me a kill. But then Kadold ended up finishing me. But this whole time, Trend is pushing their base. That's why it's kind of good that I spell Vamp, because I was able to stall them around Baron longer. Unfortunately, he didn't get anything this time, but we got some damage on the tower. So this game is pretty much completely in Tryndamere hands, because he just wants to split push and not bother with us. Luckily, we were able to get him ahead enough to carry. And we're doing a pretty good job of pressuring mid while he split pushes. Right now I'm going for Athenes just so I get more. The CDR will let me get more stuns off. I feel like with everyone on my team building damage, I really don't need to build Glass Cannon. So I might go like Athenes then Zonias. So now we're pretty much just trying to end it. Tryndamere just wants to push, he wants nothing to do with us. And I guess that's fine, as long as we end up winning. He is strong enough that he can put a lot of pressure on a lane by himself. In this fight, I just went for Caitlyn because she was alone in the back line. Unfortunately, she barely lived. So maybe I should have just stunned then ran away. But Tryndamere decided to come into this fight for some reason instead of getting a tower. I really don't understand what goes through his head, but hopefully he'll get cleanups and end the game. We do get that tower, so that's good. Then we got our second inhib. And actually a third inhib. So now we just need to like group and push Nexus. I'm trying to go in after respawning. Unfortunately they're hitting me, but so I can't do anything. But Tryndamere got both Nexus turrets, so it's almost game over. And he just popped ultimate, maybe he'll end it. He didn't quite end it. If I had Lich Bane I could easily backdoor that, but I don't. So I'm gonna wait for my team. I ended up buying Gunblade to see if I could one-shot Caitlyn with it. The active scales off AP now, so it's actually a pretty good burst though. I got caught like an idiot, but it won't matter because Trynd will just run in with ult and end the game. So that's pretty much how to play Twisted Fate for Ziggs. Unfortunately it wasn't exciting after we started split pushing, but you saw a few good ganks. Yeah, we'll just watch Trynd ignore everyone and go for the Nexus. There he gets stunned by Udyr, but he doesn't care because he's Tryndamere and he has ultimate. So good game, I hope you liked my guide. If you do, you can like this video on YouTube and like the guide on locking.net.